Caleb had quite the year one. His best game was the one we called in London.
It was.
He had 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
And that was the Bears were 4-2. That was the zenith of the Eberflus era because they went on a bye. Then the Hail Mary happened the next week, and then yada, yada, yada. He's now the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys tonight. And so the idea is that Ben Johnson's going to get Caleb, on a better path. And then there's J.J. McCarthy. Let's take it one at a time.
Okay.
Because you showed some film on the game day preview on Tuesday night that Caleb still is a little slow processing past receiver one in a progression.
Right.
Is that just something that takes time, or you're still wondering if this is still in there for him?
Well, I think both. I think you have both questions. Is that, it's not overnight when you haven't been taught to play this way, and you haven't played this way. I don't think he played this way in college. I talk about it all the time, that the pure progression type plays where it's look at your receiver. If he's open, throw it, then move to the next guy, as opposed to reading defenders where it's like, I'm going to read Rich, and if you go this way, I'm throwing it to that guy. If you go the other way. And so it speeds up the process. And so that to me is kind of where he's at. Last year, you saw him holding the football a lot. They were running a lot of pure progressions, and it was tough for him to get beyond number one, figure out when one wasn't open and get to 2 and to 3. What we've seen early with Ben Johnson is he sped up that process in terms of recognizing what you want to see, and if you see it and like it, rip it. We saw that in preseason. That was part of the tape that I showed, especially against Buffalo. He was getting back, hitting that back foot, getting the ball out when he knew where he wanted to go. He was very decisive. But I also showed when he had to get beyond number one. And, that guy wasn't open to be able to process and work through things from there. He still has some work to do. And so that's what I'm looking for this year. I think it's going to be better. I think Ben Johnson does some great things offensively, going to dial some things up to, utilize that talent, get number one open more. But inevitably, there's going to be a lot of times where he's got to get beyond that, and teams take that away. How quickly can he do it? How consistent and effective can he be when he's going beyond his initial read?
Now, you've spoken to J.J. McCarthy, right?
Yes.
Give me an indication of how ready you think he is, and whether this is going to be another Kevin O'Connell masterpiece with a kid that knows how to win, obviously, from other levels.
Yeah,
Kurt.
I think he's ready. He's been in a lot of big moments, so I don't look at it being too big for him. I think the questions that I had coming out of college is that he wasn't a guy that had to carry the team throwing the football. Minnesota has been a team that likes to throw first. And so I want to see, if that's the case, if we're going to throw it 35 times, can JJ carry the load that way? Can he make those kinds of throws? Consistency. You watched him a lot at Michigan. I thought when he came out of the combine, he kind of had one speed in which he could throw the football. Like everything was a driven throw. And when you drive the ball, you either hit or you miss. There's not a lot of margin for error. I know he's been working a lot on what we call layering the football, putting touch on the football and allowing his receivers to help him on that end. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. We just haven't seen a lot of him play at this level. The one preseason game last year, a little bit in preseason this year. So I have questions, but my questions aren't, can he handle it mentally? Is he ready for that part of it? The questions are more the physical aspect of playing the game, seeing what he needs to see, and I can't wait to see that on Monday night.
So let's remove JJ from the equation for this sports talk radio question. Maybe Penix is part of this question. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay.
The rookie from last year that's going to have the biggest leap this year. And I know Jaden Daniels has last year to count against him because how much more of a leap from that can you take? But which is it? Drake May?
Really
We're going to throw Nix in this equation. Caleb, Jaden Daniels. If you want to throw Penix in there as well, the biggest leap from year one to year two is which quarterback? Kurt.
I've heard a lot of great things about Bo Nix and how excited they are for his second year. I also thought he played really well last year. I'm going to actually go with Drake May.
Okay.
And again, I thought he played really well last year. I just don't think he had the pieces in the system set up to allow him to have as much success or to connect the success to how well he played. And so I believe there is going to be an uptick there just in, just in how it looks and his consistency and effectiveness, because I believe Mike Vrabel is going to come in and build a team and has built a team around him. I don't know if he'll throw it as much as he did last year, but I think that team takes a jump. I think he's going to look really, really good this year in that system. And so I'm going to say him, even though I do believe Bo's going to be better. I do believe Caleb is going to be better. I'm excited about Michael Penix. I was a huge fan coming out. I think he's going to be good as well. But I'm going to look at Drake May.
Surprised that Penix didn't play in the preseason?
I'm always surprised.
Did you play in the preseason?
I always played in the preseason. And I was a guy that wanted to. And I didn't need to play a lot, but I wanted to feel like when I went into week one, I was ready. And when you play football, you can go in for a quarter and you go, oh, speed's good. I'm seeing it. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm confident going into the season. And so I'm always surprised when young guys that haven't played a lot don't play at least a little bit. I mean, especially when you see guys like Mahomes and Herbert, guys we're watching, both played in preseason. To a degree, I like that aspect of things. So you know what you're getting and you're ready to go week one.
Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.